So guys, this is going to be the third vlog video, and I'm going to the Science Museum, and right now we're walking towards Leytonstone Station, and we're going to get Central Line from Leytonstone to Mile End, and then going to get the District Line towards South Kensington. So definitely going to the Science Museum, because I think there's still an exhibit there about various appliances. I know two people have been there and probably taking various pictures, and well, let's just hope that exhibit is still there, but I'm not sure. But just to make sure, I'm going there anyway. Leytonstone Station is just beyond the dual carriageway. And I'm going with Nan.
This is my Nan, who's very slow.
Yeah.
Is what you can.
But I'm not going to consider that. And well, you might be going to the Natural History Museum, but I'm not sure at the moment. But I'll find out later. Okay, so now we're arrived at Leytonstone Station. It's alright.
Maybe you need to go to the other side.
I'm going to need to get a travel card because I don't have my Oyster card with me because I gave it to my mum. She's probably having a girls' night out. It's quite packed already in there.
There we go.
Northampton.
It tells you how many minutes.
They just sing out.
10 minutes, 4 minutes, and 5 minutes. But this one might go first.
Everyone's looking at it.
That's what I'm going to look at it. See if we can get a seat.
Weekend travel information. This weekend there are planned track closures on the Circle, District, Hammersmith and City and Metropolitan lines for tube improvements. There are also closures on the DOR, London Overground and TfL rail services. Visit the TfL website, check publicity or speak to station staff to plan your journey.
That's close off.
All Blackton service now ready to depart. One closed door.
Good timing.
Stand clear, please. One door.
Okay, so we just left Leytonstone now. Going our way towards Mile End.
This is due to planned engineering work.
We're on the district line.
It's already quite crowded in here. But we're getting off at the next stop anyway. It's like we're nearly there. Just stopping actually. So it must be due to a red signal or something. Here we go again.
Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate it's busy in the back, but please refrain from leaning against the doors.
Why is something like 0 today?
The next station is Mile End. Change here for the District and Hammersmith and City lines.
District line is stopping actually in there. Oh yeah.
This is Mile End. Change here for the District and Hammersmith and City lines.
Ealing Broadway. Is that the one we want?
Yeah.
We don't want a Hammersmith one. We want an Ealing Broadway one.
I take it this isn't the one we need. I think this one goes towards Aldgate. It's not going in the right direction. Going towards Moorgate.
Customer service update, followed by please. Find no service
Okay, here's a District line going towards Ealing Broadway. Central line to sleep.
The next station is Stepney Green. This is a District line train to Ealing Broadway.
Good.
I think the last time on air stock was when we went towards Whitechapel to visit the Royal London Hospital. But the Royal London Hospital is nowhere near as good as the Parks Hospital because it's entirely new. Like film passing through Whitechapel because that's pretty owned to Royal London Hospital. I think like St Paul's
The
and
next
St Paul's
station
Hospital.
is Whitechapel. Change for London Overground services.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Here we are. this one's outdoors. Yeah, still being renovated, I see. Just like it was back last year. Cool for it's been October. Yeah, in this video are waterproof cool ones. The Shiki SCI type.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Whitechapel. The next station is Aldgate East. This is a District Line train to Ealing Broadway.
Maybe some of it's been renovated already. It's going on well. We're at Monument now, and I think this is where Fido did a video of one of their music
The next
videos right here.
station is Cannon Street. This is a
It's one of
District
those
Line train to
roundels actually said
Ealing
Fido on
Broadway.
it, but since the station's been refurbished and that video was filmed like probably at least 12 years ago, I take it it's no longer there.
The next station is Cannon Street. Change for National Rail Services.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Cannon Street. The next station is Mansion House. This is a District Line train to Ealing Broadway. The next station is Mansion House.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
That's cool.
I still remember it now, how much it
You'd had separate fire exits.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Mansion House. The next station is Blackfriars. This is a District Line train to Ealing Broadway.
Now it's just like, it's like an ordinary tube station.
Blackfriars. Change for National Rail Services. Exit for Riverboat Services from Blackfriars Pier.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
There's an opening.
Come home on the river.
I don't know. I'll think about it.
We could use the cutter.
I never really
The
thought about
gap
it.
between the train and the platform.
This is Blackfriars. The next station is Temple. This is a District Line train to Ealing Broadway.
Canary Wharf. And then get the DLR.
Okay, I suppose.
If you fancy it. But let's see how tired we are.
Okay, I'll think about it. Well, this is a completely refurbished station. It's already quite crowded,
This is
unlike it was
Embankment.
back at Mile End.
The next station is Westminster. This is a District Line train to Ealing Broadway.
Okay, there's a flash. I don't know if you saw it
The next station is Westminster. Change for the Jubilee Line. Exit for Westminster Abbey, the Houses of Parliament and riverboat services from Westminster Pier.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
The station's in a curve. It's like a pretty refurbished station. And what this looks a bit like Canary Wharf.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Westminster.
I think from here we've got about 4 more stops so we get to South
The
Kensington.
next station is St James's Park. This is a District Line train to Ealing Broadway.
So as I mentioned, I'm going to see if the washing machine exhibit at the Science Museum is still there. And as you may have guessed, for once I'm not actually going there just to see the fire alarm system. Mainly because it got refurbished like 2 years ago. But I remember when it had an old Siemens system with DM1131 call points. And probably old detectors, but because the Cerberus Analog Plus and the Cerberus Pro ain't compatible, that's probably why they replaced absolutely the whole system. Intelligent call point there. So it's definitely a refurbished station. But yeah, the Science Museum had an old system back in 2013. Probably similar to the system at Tape On, which is still there. Apparently there is another person on Instagram that's been there. But they can get rid of the whole system. I mean, the sounders, which are mounted speakers, are still there. And there's also 2 CNS Yokohama Y03s, red and grey ones. So they're pretty rare. But I was really saying they didn't get rid of those, but I was a bit disappointed they got rid of the whole system.
James's Park.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
If we go to the Natural History Museum, I'll be showing the fire system there too, but I take it it's not the same. I think it actually has an Apollo
Next
system.
station is Victoria. This is a District Line train to Ealing Broadway.
It's a nice old station. Okay, we're nearly at South Kensington.
Is South Kensington. Change for the Piccadilly line and Circle line via High Street Kensington and Paddington. Exit for the museum and Royal Albert Hall.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is South Kensington. The next station is
Ooh, it's busy.
It's already very crowded.
Exit 4.
Now we're entering a really subway. This might take a while to get through all this, but I'm going to film it our way. Well, there's an opening. Don't know what's through there. so many various adverts I don't really take note of. But that's all there is in here. That's a special entry to the V&A Museum. Never seen that before. Don't know what's up there really. Maybe just random streets. We're nearly there. Here we go. So really we should come out of the Science Museum. So let's just...
Where now?
We'd like to
In
see
here?
Yep, it's definitely a Science Museum. Siemens FDM 225. Look here, that cool one there is it's glass replaced. Definitely wasn't like that before. And yeah, I thought there had to be several elements, but clearly not. And there's one of the speakers. It's absolutely dark in here. I once tried to picture one of the Siemens SDO line wire freezing here, and it was so dark it didn't come out well at all. I'm sure you can tell why. But we might see it somewhere around here. If the camera can probably pick it up, of course. That's there it is up there. but you can't see it at all. No wonder I never pictured it. And you can see that. There's a detector up there as well. Here's another cool point. That one's the same as it was earlier. There's another speaker. So really, I haven't been to the Science Museum for like, probably about 2 years. Yeah, at that time it was pretty recently taken out. But I know the whole system was replaced. That's not just a secret point, but I thought there used to be a new style KOC right there. But it's a different bit. Another speaker. I think really we're going the wrong way, but I'm trying to figure out where it is, or where it might be. If it's still there, of course. I don't know whether it's still there, but I did message Steve Washington 2002, but he never replied. But I know he's seen it. But some Secret Life at Home. That could possibly be it, but I'm not sure. I think it might actually be through there now. Gamble Focus, which has been playing up today. Spare room to trace The Secret Life of Home. So, wait, is that an Apollo? There's someone there. You know, if you had those. And I could wait there, there's different glass here as well. Thank you. It says channel. Okay, so I think we're actually located at Chicago. Wherever it is. Definitely very nice. I also noticed it's over there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's not only is there a speaker and a detector, there's also a alternator. I think you just want to see it. Okay, so I've reached the area. There's a call point and the emergency door at least there. No, but that's not exactly where. It's right out here.
This is their switch room. Look, so it tells you all about the things they're doing here.
There's quite a lot of stuff in here. I take it that's where I need to go to. What is it, some old fire? Well, it does have fire on a cable. Whatever it is. But it's just some electrical switch box. With fireproof cable. Okay, clearly I think we found more of it in a different area. I take it most of this is from the 50s and backwards. there's a few more things in the next bit along. I think it's all fairly modern stuff. Okay, now I'm upstairs over the previous series, and there's a few more things up here. And that's like something I'd see at the Model Rail Engineers exhibition at Alexandra Palace. I take it that's 5-inch gauge. And there's more around here. There's one cut completely off. Now you see the inside of it. Yeah, more various steam engines. That must be 18th century, I assume. Go round. There's another cool point there, standard glass, and can replace or anything. There's another sector up there. Okay, so I'm at the Science Museum, and again, so I didn't really film too much, but clearly that exhibit I was looking for probably wasn't actually no longer there. But I kind of thought it might not be there, but I figured I'd go anyway just to make sure. But I think some of it was still there, or at least moved to a certain area. But now we're going to have a quick look in the Natural History Museum. Okay, so I'm in the Natural History Museum, and it looks like one of the cool parts has been replaced. Cool point trace number 15 over 15. 1.5. There's more out here. That way, so. There's a XB95 or Discovery sector up there. There's another removed cool point. I take it most of the firearm system has been taken out. Okay, we're now out at the main bit, and well, unlike the Science Museum, I did come here to see the firearm system, but really at the Science Museum, the exhibit I was looking for was no longer there. I didn't think it would be, but I think I might as well just check anyway. Goes to the wrong place. Okay, I need to go back to it. Yes. know there's one of the repeat panels around here somewhere. There it is. There's something in France, Can I just point out that this particular area was actually filmed in the movie Paddington, and but that's not the panel that was originally there. It was a cool panel, like a Series XP95, but just about see traces of an old panel, and it's actually just the same size, if not maybe even smaller than this one. I mean, literally there is only one panel that could probably be that used to be here. But even that one's already in fault. And then there's also an intelligent group over there, but nothing interesting really. But yeah, this particular area was filmed in the movie Paddington back in 2014, probably before the new fire alarm system was put in. Okay, so heading back through the that bit there. It's quite a nice building though, isn't it? There's that big dinosaur, whatever it is. Another school point there. Okay, we're just about to leave now, and really it was just a quick look, really. But look, there's one of the panels. But notice there's a few traces around it. There's another intelligent there. But yeah, there is another panel in the system, and it does have traces around it. I didn't know if you could see it very well, but it was in a cabinet, which was bigger than the.
Where the buses are going across. Have you got? We can get a bus into the West End.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Rather than go down in the tube again.
But yeah, one of the panels that was in the cabinet, there was a few traces around it of screw holes. It was like there was an old panel there. To be honest, I actually do know what it is. I saw it in the movie Paddington. But I can take it the system was recently replaced, the whole lot. What? Well, there's something you don't see every day. Enough of that. But I'm not going to reveal what panel it is because it does have something to do with the system I'm planning. Even though the system was originally a Apollo protocol and it still is. Unlike what I'm planning is a Nissan protocol. But the kind of system that used to be there does have something to do with the kind of system I'm planning. Well, it's not going to be that actual system that's been taken out I'm getting, unfortunately. But something like that. But it's not going to be the same protocol. Because I know the system was always Apollo protocol. I haven't really been to the Natural History Museum since 2008. Okay, so we're on a bus going towards Spaghetti House somewhere in the probably outside Warren Street.
You might need to go to the front.
And we're actually going past Harrods. If you see it. See, there it is. Yeah, as you probably already know, it has the same kind of fire alarm system as the Science Museum, but it might have been installed a bit earlier. there's a renovation site going on here. I also want to point out that somewhere not very far from this area, I actually got a fire alarm system from a building that must have been demolished by now, back in 2013. It was a system with the identifier bell, the two old style KSC call points, and the Series 60 smoke sensor. It was on this street somewhere a bit further down. I think that's where it came from. But I don't know exactly where. But I think it's probably one of these new shops. Yeah, it must have been. I also want to point out the Natural History Museum. I think it's clear that the whole system was definitely taken out. It's bad enough that all of the call points, well, nearly all of them, were not only replaced, they were just left with blanking plates. I don't know why they would just leave all of the call points on the system, but there were some replaced with intelligent ones, but other than that, all of the others. Here, see that was a new style Roshni. I mean, that was for the disabled ramp. Yeah, I don't know why they completely left the call points out and just put blanking plates over them. They could have just replaced all of them with intelligence, but there might be a reason why they don't have most of the call points on the system anymore. But it's not the whole system that got replaced. There is one old style call point still left on the system, the Series XP95. It does look exactly like the one I had set up in the hallway of the garage on the system. It does have the same glass.
There's a horrible job being a doorman.
Also, I just want to point out that I don't know how cool the advanced files are, but I know the system it had before that was definitely a really cool system. Not only was it old, it was also very well made. So that's probably enough reason why I want that kind of system. But I don't know why they would have placed that kind of system with advanced panels. But the company that made the other panels and now make advanced panels, or at least rebrand them, because weirdly they no longer make the old version. They've probably made them for since 1993 to 2010, and now they just start using advanced panels. But the ones in the Natural History Museum were not branded this company, which I'm talking about. But I take it they might have just ripped off the logo, but I doubt that. It might just be ordinary advanced panels. They're not really too different. But I don't know how cool the advanced panels are, but I doubt they're any cooler than the older system it had before this.
the gap between the train and the platform.